What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Pete's Carport, and welcome to an absolutely beautiful day out here in Tampa, Florida. And that is not something we've had lately. I mean, we've had nothing but non-stop rain, extreme humidity, and it's just kind of kept me from doing a lot of things I want to do to these cars because of how disgusting it's been outside. So today I kind of came out here early and was hoping to get some things done that I've been needing to do for a while, and one of those is just starting every car, moving them around, and then kind of making a list of things I need to get done. With that said, I have some bad news, but we're going to fix it on the r129 over there, which is what the main part of this video is going to be about. But let's kind of go through the cars. So this is your guys' favorite car, the car I'll never get rid of, the car that I kind of started the channel with and then went on to do a VIP build, which I absolutely love, and that is going to be continued. We're going to be rebuilding the trunk. We're going to be doing some really nice custom rear tables for this car that I think you guys are going to love, and I've got some ideas for some custom curtains and some custom cup holders on this car too. All removable stuff, but things that I really want to do to have some fun with this car. But if you guys are part of this channel, you will know that we went through an oil series where you guys just loved it. You guys were jumping in, telling me your favorite oil, what additives you guys use, and ironically I ended up with that common tick, which is the oil tubes or oil camshaft lube or cam oil lubes, I think they call them. And you guys recommended getting the metal ones. And I'm going to put on the screen now what I found online. Let me know what you guys think. These ones say they have a lifetime warranty, and I believe there's 16 of them, probably 8 on each side from what my research was. But once again, I didn't do a whole lot of research yet. I'm getting ready to order everything, and I'm going to be ordering also the timing chain guides like you guys said, and I got to obviously get the valve cover gaskets, which I think I have a leak in, so that's going to be a good thing, and I think you guys are going to enjoy the videos on that here to come. Right in front of me is my 1996 Lexus SC300 manual, which is a very rare feature on this car. I've done tons and tons of body work getting this body kit on here, and I've got a really cool surprise for those of you that are Lexus fans coming up here very shortly, and it's going to do with color change on this car. I just had to wait for the weather to really die down before I can finish sanding all this down, which is not much, and then reveal that. So this is kind of exciting. This car is going to be probably finished up here in the next month. Back here is my W126 420 SEL, which is kind of on the market for sale. I'm not pushing it to get sold, but I don't need it because I have another vehicle coming that I think is going to blow your guys' mind, and it's kind of a combination of what you see right here in this Lexus and what you see here in this classic Mercedes. But if any of you guys are interested, this car runs absolutely amazing. So this car is in awesome shape. When I bought it because of that low mileage. The AC works on it, which I got working on it, and it needs very, very minimal stuff to be an awesome car. Now, it is a driver's car, so it's not perfect. It does have the original paint, which is not perfect, but it's in very, very good shape considering. If you guys are interested at all, I don't mind doing a full video on it, but it is out there on the market for sale. I'm looking to get around $4,000, but do not hesitate to offer me a reasonable offer, and we can possibly work out some sort of delivery on that as well. I've done that before, guys, so I've sold a couple cars to subscribers, and it's gone really well. So, moving around, my favorite car to just jump around town in, this is the E30. It's a 318i BMW. It's a drift car. I got this on a trade, so I really didn't have a whole lot invested, and now I've just been having fun with it because it's just a fun car, and it's not something that you have to worry too much about. But I just did the full interior on this. We painted the roll cage with a glitter paint that came out amazing. And next up on this car is really building a custom center console here, which is going to house some gauges, some switches. Other than that, I've had some electrical issues that I've been working out on this, and I think we're good. This car starts right up now. And my 1963 Austin Healey Sprite. It's covered up because of all the rain, and I do not want this car getting destroyed. But we put a racing cam, a racing head, a giant Weber carb on there, and just kind of fixed up the engine bay. And now it starts up really good. It's just needing to be tuned and finished up, and this car is ready to go around town and have some fun with. Let's move on to the bad news. You guys love this car. It's my 1991 Mercedes 500 SL. I got it. It wasn't in the best shape, but definitely not the worst shape. One of the things that really needed to be taken care of was this top. I should have just went and put the hard top back on here during storm season for us, because it just doesn't stop raining. I mean, we had rain every single day. So I parked the car up underneath here thinking I'd be completely fine from moisture or any type of rain. And this top is not the best top. It does have some holes up in here, and I think it actually might be leaking from the upper area. I don't know why I didn't throw the hard top on here, but I went out here about 3 weeks ago, started it like I do with all my cars, no issues at all. And today I've got some real bad news. I opened up the car and immediately I noticed moisture had gotten in here, which is really bad during this time of the year. And you'll see if I can get in here, there is now a little bit of mold growing up on the seats, and the stench is terrible. There's a little bit of mold down on this panel. And let me see if I can get in here. It's not terrible. It could be a lot worse, but that's because I haven't left it to die. I did go in here, like I said, 3 weeks ago. But the battery was dead, so I don't know if something was left open, because the battery has never died on this car, and I've left it, you know, 3 weeks at the house under the cover and never had an issue starting it up. So that kind of sucks, but we're going to fix that today. Let me go grab exactly what I'm going to be putting in this car to try to resolve this. Then we're going to clean it all down. I'm going to go ahead and put the hard top back on here, and I'm going to explain to you what the future plans are for this car, because I'm pretty excited about what we're going to possibly do. So this is my Ozonator, guys. I picked it up on Amazon. It's the Ozone Power 3500, and this is something I suggest any car owner or somebody who likes to purchase used cars should get. What this is going to do is kill any of the mold, bacteria, any of that stuff that could be living within a vehicle. So if you pick up a used vehicle, you may have no idea what the past owner has done or what is growing and living in that car that even could be very dangerous. This is going to kill all that stuff off. Very simple to use. You do have to be cautious. You cannot go in the vehicle when it's running, or after it's running, you got to make sure you air everything out. So treat it like if you were using some sort of chemical like a bug spray. So like I said, very simple to use. You just turn the knob here. That's going to start it. You want to plug it in, obviously, and let it sit in the car with the windows up, doors shut, and let it go for the time that you need. I'm going to go 2 hours since we've got mold growing in there. Let's say you're just trying to get rid of an odor. You could probably go less, but the longer you go, the more it's going to kill off. And like I said, this was off Amazon, 50, 60 bucks. So let's go ahead and set it up, run it in there. I'll do a clean down of the car. We'll pull it out, and I'll discuss everything we plan on doing on this car at the end of the video. So stay tuned, guys. Alright guys, so it's been about 3 hours, and also, I don't know if I mentioned this, but I had the battery charger going, so let's go ahead and check that, and it's at 100%. So we know it's probably going to start back up. I'm going to pull all that out, and I'm going to go throw a mask on. I've got crappy clothes on and all that type of stuff. I'm going to back this thing up. And one more thing, I had to patch one of the tires because it had a hole, and one of them is low also. I didn't see anything in it. So I'm going to try to get this filled up, put back on here, clear this out, roll the car back, and we're going to basically clean it all down, get this top really clean, let it sit in the sun and dry so we can fold it back in without it being nasty and wet, and then put our hard top back on and hopefully get this whole thing sanitized out very quickly. So stay tuned. So guys, I pulled it out in the sun to let this top dry off so I can blow everything off because there's some cat fuzz up on here. We do have a cat in the area. It's never done any damage. This here is what I'm thinking the rain could be coming in at. If you guys have one of these cars and you know what causes water to come down into the bottom area of this seat, if I pull this up, I don't want to get in too much because of the mold. I don't have my mask on, but I've already went ahead, put the mask on and wiped down everything with bleach, so it's already 2 steps further than we were a second ago. And now I'm just letting the car run because it hasn't run in a couple of weeks. So my plans now are to let this top completely dry off, fold it back in, get the hard top on here, get the rims back on, and then we're going to discuss what the future plans are on this car. I really just need to get it cleaned up so I can feel a little bit better. At least I know it's running now and it sounds really good, so that's one relief there. Don't let your car sit, guys. If you've got classic cars like this, start them up every single day if you can, at least a couple times a week, and drive them around if you can, because they will just start deteriorating, and I hate that. Also, I'm going to move this one to there and this one to there because that SC doesn't leak at all, and it doesn't need to be right there. I'm not even working on it right now. There is some very close plans to work on it, like I said. So let me go ahead and finish all this up, and then we'll discuss what the plans are, guys. Well, guys, some days just don't go as planned, and this is one of those days. Unfortunately, I came back out here after letting it sit out here to dry, tried to start it back up, and you guys saw it was running beautifully, and it just stalled out, and it wouldn't start again. It just kept cranking and cranking. So I went ahead and grabbed some gas, because I figured it's got to be a fuel issue, maybe bad fuel, hopefully not fuel pump, maybe fuel filter, and I went ahead and ripped off the intake, or the air box, and went ahead and added some gas to the throttle body, and nothing. Crank, 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 a little pop, crank, 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 and nothing. I got so frustrated. It is hot as hell. I take back what I said earlier as being a perfect day. It just got hot out here in Florida. No rain, but it is hot as hell. So I'm gonna have to call it quits because I'm gonna have to push this thing up into there to get it out of the way, and that's gonna take the rest of the energy I have for today. So I apologize that we didn't get to finish the car off, but I still want to talk about what the plans are, guys. So as you know, I have a ton of project cars, and I probably took on way too many because Xavier has a couple cars that we're working on too, the S600 Coupe and his S500, as well as we both have an SC300. I know I needed to sell off some of these projects, but I wanted to finish them to show you guys the results of those. So I kind of picked the 420 SEL to sell first, and then I was going to work on this and possibly sell it, and I kind of talked myself out of it now. Me and Xavier were just talking the other night, and we said we really want to get a big shop. Now I have a full-time business, he works, and we just do this as a hobby, but we want to take it to the next level and do this full-time, and what better way than to start with a shop car that is fully custom built by us, something really unique, something that represents what we love and do. Why not a classic Mercedes? And this 500 SL is kind of the perfect package. So what are the plans? Number one, we want to build a fully customized body kit, a nice wide body kit that won't look like anything else out there, might represent something, and I'll put some shots on the screen now of what we're kind of thinking. And we want to go with some crazy deep wide rims to kind of show off that wide body kit and fit in there. And then we might want to do a custom wing, definitely some interior. And the thing that'll set this off the most is are looking to possibly do engine swap and manual trans, or just a manual trans that can mount up to this engine. And I know that kind of freaks some of you guys out there and say, why would you guys do this to this type of car? Well, this car is an older car that hasn't been fully garaged and taken care of. It's not a garage queen. And hell, it's my project anyway, so I don't have to explain it. That's the end of the story. So that is why we're doing it. And I enjoy these cars. I enjoy looking at other people's perspectives and designs of these cars. And I want to design one myself. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. If this would be something you guys would love to see, we'll probably just include it in the regular video episodes. I really want to start organizing my YouTube channel and put together series, and then put those series into playlists so you guys can just click on those at any time and go back and watch specific playlists. I started doing that if you haven't checked it out already, and I plan on having that done in the next couple of days. So once again, guys, let me know what you think in the comments. My name's Pete. This is Pete's Carport. You guys have an awesome day, a blessed week, and don't forget to comment below. See you guys next time.